inside your eyes. Come on, Boy George. Let me tell you something about Boy George. Boy George was the first time. Shout out to Boy George. Did y'all watch Beverly Hills last night? You know, I always think about Dorit and PK. Now when we talk about Boy George, because he's always, he's close with them. He's close with PK. I don't know if PK manages him or used to manage him or something like that. But anyways, what's up, everybody? It's me, Eric, and we are down here. We have nothing to talk about. I have not watched Beverly Hills yet, and I have not watched Miami yet. But I've saw some clips of Kiki and Lisa going back and forth, and Kiki telling her, girl, sit down and don't put your hands in my face. We don't do that. Where I'm from, that's a signal that you ready to get active. So if you're ready to get active, keep standing. Because when I stand up, bitch, I'm going to be more taller, much more taller than you, much more taller than you. But Boy George was like the first time I saw, like, is this a boy or a girl? Whatever it is, I love it. I used to have like the cassette tape of the first Culture Club album, and I took the artwork out of the cassette tape and put it on my bed. In my bed frame, I had like little, I don't want to call them cubes, like, yeah, like little cubbies, and I had his picture propped up because I thought Boy George was everything. Do you hear me? When I was in elementary school, I was like, girl, who is this? I don't know. Is this a boy or a girl? I don't know, but I loved every minute of it. I loved every minute of Boy George. I remember we loved Boy George so much. We love the pop stars so much. I don't know if kids are still doing it. Do y'all kids dress like the pop stars? Because I used to dress like Michael Jackson. I used to have my high water black pants on with my little red members only jacket and the shirt with the piano keys on it. Bitch, dressing like Madonna. Used to dress like Madonna. Had my big bow in my hair. I had like a little t-shirt with a tank top over it, right? To give me the little dancer look with my shoulder hanging. Girl, and then I remember in junior high school for Halloween, this girl named Marilyn, she dressed like Boy George, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" It was so, she had her braids coming down. She had like little ribbons in her braids. She had a little hat on. Boy George was the shit, girl. I love me some Boy George. I loved all the pop stars that were just like Cyndi Lauper, were just like expressive in the way that they dressed. I love that. I don't know, do the kids still dress like the pop stars? But do the pop stars have any like signature styles? I remember like one thing I could say about Madonna. Shout out to Madge, honey. Every time she came out with an album, it was a whole different look, a whole different energy, a whole different style. It was different every single time. I said that bitch knows how to reinvent herself. Every album, it was a different theme, and she came out with it, honey. Shout out to all the 80s pop stars, honey. I'm so thankful. But shout out to Boy George. I was just listening. Do you really want to hurt me? Don't make me cry. And then the way he used to dance. Yes. 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 Lovers never ask me why. Yes. I used to love Boy George. So shout out to Boy George. We don't have anything to talk about. One of the first things I saw this morning was Tyrese saying, Happy Black History Month. Number one, let's get our news and announcements over with. Happy Black History Month, number one. Number two, Face the Nation shirts, sweatshirts, and apparel and accessories are available for the month of February. It says Face the Nation. We know what it means. You know, that's just what it is. I've been saying Face the Nation for years. I know that somebody put in the comments, CBS has a morning show called Face the Nation, but it's not for apparel. It would be different if I called my show Face the Nation, then we'd be different. I'd be infringing, but I'm not infringing by making apparel because that's not what CBS's trademark on Face the Nation is for. But thank you for The person who left the comment, thank you for alerting me. But I always do my like Googles and trademark searches before I do something, because a lot of the things that I say, people say, like protect your energy. Um, yes, all men. Like that's like just things that's just saying. So it's like when you have to go look for them, because you don't know, somebody could have a trademark for apparel, honey. I don't want to end up in any lawsuits with it. CBS girl. So shout out to the person who left the comment and said that, reminded us that CBS has a show called Face the Nation. But again, the trademark is for news, entertainment, television. It's not for apparel. So I know I got it. I've been wanting, like, I have been like, if you know me for any length of time, I've always wanted to have a t-shirt line since I was in my early 20s. And I have a close friend who, her and I were going to do t-shirts, and I had samples made. I went and got a business name, business license to sell apparel. It was called DeGarmo Vixen. And it's, yeah, it was called DeGarmo Vixen. I had a logo. It was cute. It was really cute. But I didn't have like, I never had anyone like growing up that was like, hey, I want to invest in you because I see potential in you. I didn't have that. So I was always trying to do stuff on my own. And then I would get frustrated because I didn't really have people like advice. I didn't have anybody to give me advice on it or anything like that. So I would just come to like a dead end, and I would get so frustrated. I'm like, why doesn't anybody see the potential in me? Why won't anybody invest in my ideas? And a lot of times I didn't share my ideas because I had a couple friends that if they were able, I have really good ideas. Me, in my brain, I just have really good ideas. And I used to share my ideas all the time, and then people would steal my ideas, right? And because I didn't have the capital to bring my ideas to fruition, and I would be sharing my ideas, and then other people would take my and steal my ideas. So I stopped telling people like my different ideas, and because I just feel like people would steal from me all the time, because I have really good ideas. I mean, you guys hear me when I talk about like television show ideas and stuff like that. I have really good ideas, but I just never had anyone to be like, you have really good ideas, let's put money behind this idea and see if we can get it to, give it legs. But that's neither here. That was like over 20 years ago. So I've always wanted to, so anytime I come up with a t-shirt idea, I have now, there's things like I used to like my Rebel t-shirt, my MFL t-shirt. I was always wanting to make t-shirts. I still have those samples, like t-shirt samples. And what my idea was to put a color, the name of a color on the t-shirt, but have the color be something else. So it would say red, but it would be in green, right? And then yellow would be in red. And it was just like a shirt, just so, to like, a conversation starter. Like a lot of my shirts, I would always try to make them like conversation starters, right? So yeah, like, well, Rebel's not a conversation, but I had like Sweet Face Factory. That was another little t-shirt, company name that I had, a Sweet Face Factory. And yeah, and I just designed shirts. And I have a shirt. I think I have a picture on my phone of me wearing a shirt that says Sweet Face Factory, or Sweet Face, I think it says. But anyways, but yeah, that I've always wanted to make t-shirts. So yes, all men is available. Protect your energy is available. Choose better, chose me is available. My standards are high as giraffe pussy is available, and Face the Nation is available. Face the Nation is only going to be available for February. It depends on how the sales look, but a couple of y'all have already purchased a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. So for the month of February, Black History, celebrating Black History Month, we are going to, because these niggas wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. So yeah, so Face the Nation is available now. I designed it yesterday. I thought it was perfect. The font that I used, I thought it was perfect because the A's don't have a cross in between it, so it kind of looks like legs going that way. So I thought it was a perfect font choice. So, anyways, so that's that on that. And so the first thing I saw, one of the first things I saw for Black History Month was Tyrese saying he wants to be Latino. I want to read what he said because Tyrese be going through it, child. But I think, I think, I think what's happening with Black men, there are a lot of women that they're coming in contact with who have untethered themselves from the identities of Black men. Because they don't really see themselves in you, right? But we see ourselves in them, and that leads to us making decisions that don't serve us and serve them over serving us. And I think a lot of women are untethering their identity to the identity of Black men, and so they're not getting the support, the male identified pick me type of support that they used to get. I'd say just less like 10 years ago. I think a lot of women, I think, shout out to social media, shout out to Wanda. I think that social media is really giving the girls like real life stories, because a lot of these men will gaslight young women and just make it seem like a lot of women go through things with men, and it feels like they're going through it on their own, like nobody else. Like the way that these men talk, everybody around them are good guys. They don't, the things that we talk about, they don't understand what you're talking about. Like, where did you get that from? I don't know nobody. That they never know anybody, nothing. So a lot of women are left feeling like, I'm going through this on my own. Smart women. And if you're a smart, intelligent, brilliant woman and you have this misstep with this man, you're now embarrassed. So there's a little shame, right? Like, I'm a smart ass woman and I really let this nigga hustle me. Like, a lot of us get hustled. I remember feeling like in a particular relationship, feeling like I was hustled into the relationship. I entered the relationship with with a false idea of what was actually the reality of it. And I think what they're experiencing, because I want to talk about Scrappy and Amanda Seales too, because I think what they're experiencing is this thing where the bullshit and the gaslighting, the women are able to identify it and they're calling it out. So now you hear men saying that the women are narcissists. They're narcissists. They're narcissists. They don't even know what the fuck they saying, dude. But the way that society is structured and the way that how patriarchy works, the way that men are socially conditioned, they end up exhibiting a lot of narcissistic ways, right? And it's really them. But because the spotlight is on them, they have to figure out a way to switch it back and be like, no, it's the women who are narcissists. It's the women. Y'all want to protect women all the time, but y'all don't ever listen to the men. The men need to, and they completely forget, like, we're in a patriarchy. Whatever you're complaining about, get the fuck over it, man. Right? And I think what they're experiencing is a lot of women are just like, oh, we see the gaslighting. We're able to identify you ain't shit. What you saying is some bullshit, and I ain't putting up with this shit no more. So I think that's what they're feeling. And I think it's really like, in the public figures, they're talking more about it. So I want to see or hear what
It's 2024 and it's really grown men out here mad because grown women are doing the things for themselves that they said they weren't gonna do for us. It's 2024 and it's really grown men
I want to save this. Mad. It said upload failed.
Doing the things for themselves that they said they weren't gonna do for us. Like, y'all face women are the problem. Nah, bro. You just have bad character. Because being trustworthy, being an honest and reliable person has everything to do with your character. Nothing to do with the people that you are, the people that you date, and people that 24. And it's really grown men out here mad because grown women are doing the things for themselves that they said they weren't going to do for us. Like, y'all stay saying y'all not about to pay all the bills. Okay, cool. We got our own job, so now we don't need you to pay all the bills. It's 2024, and it's really grown men out here mad because grown women are doing the things for themselves that they said they. It's 2024, and it's really associate with. That is your character, for the record. It's 2024, and it's really grown men.
Okay, so let's see what I'm trying to post this thing. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it was on the Jasmine brand or it was on the Neighborhood Talk. Hold on, let's look at the Neighborhood Talk. I think it was a Neighborhood Talk. Tyrese. Hold on, let's see. Girl, I cannot deal with this. Okay, where is Tyrese? Girl, where is Tyrese? If the angels came to me, I'd tell them no. I don't wanna leave my baby alone. Hollywood Unlocked. I don't want nobody else to hold you. That's the chance I take. Girl, let me tell you something. The way Soldier Boy dragged Krishan and Blueface down to the internet the other day, he called that lady Snaggletooth. He said they were the R word, that the baby looked like the baby had a touch of downs. I was like, girl, what is going on? When I tell you, he called Krishan a Snaggletooth. He told her baby was delayed because she's, I'm just going to say what he said. He said that she was fucking on retarded dick, and that's why her baby came out like that. And then somebody said, don't talk about the kids. He said, nah, fuck them kids. You talked about my kids. I don't understand why y'all say don't touch the kids. Y'all don't give a fuck about no kids. There's too many kids in foster care for y'all to tell me y'all give a fuck about children. But anyway, and the way that y'all don't believe children when they come out and tell you things about what's going on in their lives, y'all don't care about kids. And that's it. I do appreciate Carlisa coming out and telling that demon Tokyo Tony to stand down and leave Megan Thee Stallion alone, because she doesn't have an ignorant ass mama to come down to the internet and protect her like the way that y'all get down. But y'all don't know, but Tokyo Tony don't know nothing about protecting her child. That's the reason why she's coming at Megan Thee Stallion. When I tell you that lady gives me the ick, and she looks just like that demon in The Devil's Advocate in the dressing room when the lady lifted her shirt up over her head and that little demon face with them little sharp teeth showed. That's exactly what Tokyo Tony looks like to me. I cannot find this clip of Tyrese saying he wants to be Latino. Hold on, where was that this morning? Hold on. Okay, let's see. I cannot find it. Joe Budden talking about Drea Michelle going after that. That's why they call them cougars. Going after that 21-year-old. Let me tell you something. If the motherfucker is a lollipop, lick it. Them niggas is a bunch of lollipops, and the women are hitting licks. What's the girl with the Whoville nose? God damn, Brittany Renner. I'm like, Brandon. I'm putting her name together. Brittany Renner. She told y'all, if you want to hit a lick real quick, give it a dumbass job, because they ain't protecting themselves and they getting these contracts and they just sit and duck. So y'all better tell these young boys going to the NBA and getting contracts and stuff that the Cougars is out. The girls are trying to get with them to get next to the money. So if you a fucking lollipop, nigga, get licked, okay? I cannot find. Then Shaq, he came out saying that men should not be emotional or show their emotions to women because on Mad Day they're gonna throw it in your face. And I said, men get their emotional needs met by other men at a very shallow level and get their physical needs met by women. They would get their physical needs met by men if y'all wouldn't call them gay. And that's just the truth. That's the truth. Oh, here we go. This is on the YBF Daily. That's why. It says Tyrese. Tyrese says sometimes he wishes he was born Latino. He says he doesn't understand how blacks quote unquote lost their way. It says, sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, businessmen, women, and literally represent the dream, the grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to stick together against all odds. If us is Black culture was more grounded in these integral, magical nuances of us, we would be dominant. Y'all want to be so much like white men, you will never be able to dominate because y'all want to be like something. Y'all don't want to be it. You want to be like it. You can't exude it and it can't come out and you can't dominate because y'all understand a motherfucking hierarchy and you know who the fuck is in power. And so you remain placed in your position, and instead of conquering the men, you decide and want to dominate and control and conquer the women. That's the fucking scam. And that's what y'all are afraid to do because you understand hierarchy. That's why you guys are trying to convince women to stay in romantic relationships with you, because that's the only fucking place where you can exhibit and exert your perceived power. And all you need is a dumbass woman to agree to the hierarchy that she's less than you. But we waking the girls up. We waking them up. I've learned a lot from the Jewish community sticking together. Jewish community has their infighting as well, honey. Latino community has the same issues as the Black community. The one thing that specifically Black Americans, they don't have down because they're too busy trying to assimilate to whiteness and be in proximity to whiteness, you've abandoned the idea of community. You have women isolating themselves in the nuclear family structure. They're not in community anymore. It's just you and this woman and some kids and a few friends around. And so you get these women, you got to get these women in relationships with you because you have no intention to conquer what really should be conquered because you're too busy trying to be like what you want to conquer. And so you practice what you watch them do to other men, but you practice it on women. So you want to dominate women because you're afraid to dominate the man. Okay. I've learned a lot from the Jewish community, sticking together, eating dinner every Friday together. I've learned a lot because Jewish community, they're rooted in tradition and culture. And they teach their children, they don't depend on the school system to teach their children about their history. Y'all want the school to, because Black history is American history, right? But you know you live in a racist country and you know it was built on the blood of indigenous and Black people, right? So you know what it gives. So you know you're not going to get that education in the school system. And so you complain and fuss and pound on the table about the school system instead of actually on Fridays or Saturdays or Sundays, take your ass down to the community center and tell people to come in there and let's learn some history and let's learn some culture about ourselves. And then you'd have more pride, and then that pride would spill over into the way you show up in the world. And if you had more pride in your identity, right, instead of trying to be like somebody else, you would have the power or be empowered to try to dominate the other structures and systems that keep you oppressed. I'm just saying. I've learned a lot about the Muslim community. Again, Muslims come in all races, all shades. You are talking about Jewish, Muslim. You are talking about culture. You're talking about culture and religion. You are so busy praying to a white male deity. These Father God religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, y'all worship men. But at the end of that, you have structures, and the structures and traditions that you see in Jewish and Muslim communities is based on a lifestyle. Okay. It's a lifestyle. Not only are you practicing a religion, but the life that comes out of that religion, you walk in that way. You greet each other with your greetings. You hug, whatever. You take your shoes off when you come in the house. You walk in the house with your right foot first. You don't wipe your ass with your right hand. Like there's a lot of like tradition and things that are based in the lifestyle of it. So you have doctrine and then you have culture. And that's what keeps those people together. But within those communities, because those are Father God religions, the women are still oppressed. The women are still oppressed, even though they're following traditions and structures. Why do you think that the men are in the front in the masjid? Why the men are in the front and the women are in the back? Oh, because the men they can't control themselves, so they can't be behind the women. And when the women prostrate to pray, they don't want the men looking at the women's asses and shit and tempting the men. Let me get back to Tyrese. His Black American identity is so based on assimilating to white ideologies, white male Christian hetero ideologies. Y'all are always going to be fucked up. Y'all are always going to be fucked up because you're so busy trying to assimilate to that instead of being proud of who you are and proud of your culture. You show how you, let me shut up. I was about to say something. Oh shit. They have a father structure. Exactly. Where the man is in the hierarchy, right? They have a father structure where they honor their fathers in the Middle East. Actually, in Islam, they tell you to honor your mother 3 times more. I think it's 3 times more than you honor your father. You better kiss your mother on her feet when you walk in the door, ironically. Also in Islam, when women get married, they keep their money. The money that they bring into the household is theirs. The man takes care of the household. That's tradition, although it does not look like that in the homes. Some people still practice that where the woman's money is her home. Also, when they get married, the woman does not have to change her last name. This is in Islam. She doesn't change her last name. And every money she brings, all the money she brings into the home is her money. So there's a lot of things that you envy in other cultures that you don't even built. You ain't even built to practice. So in real life, right? Even in Catholicism, they're praying to a female deity. Mary is revered. The woman is revered. You want the man to be revered. And so you teach these people these religions that is structured in a father giving birth. It's really upside down, backwards devil worship if you want to get down to it. And that's what y'all want. What else? They have a father structure where they honor the father in the Middle East. And the thinking and the mentality is that they would much rather have a son over a daughter because they know there's nothing like leadership from a father. The idea that you believe that because a person has a penis, that their divine role is to be a leader is what is another thing that's putting you guys at a disadvantage. Nobody believes, and if you do, you need to unlearn it. But nobody believes that just because you exist as a man, that your natural role is a leader. No, leaders are created. They are not born. They are developed. They are cultivated. You want to be a leader just because you exist with a dick. And that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You do have some women who are still fogged in the brain, who believe that there's a hierarchy and men are above them. Honey, unlearn that bullshit. If you believe that a man is above you in any capacity, cut it out. Knock it off. They kill the girls because in Father God religions, they put more stock in the boys. China, they over there going through it because they done killed all the girls. And now the men don't have anybody to partner with. And the women are not partnering with them. They're saying no to them. Korea, the girls are saying no to all of 4B movement. They're saying no to it. Y'all done killed off all the girls, and now all these motherfucking men are lonely and jumping off of buildings and shit. It's death. Father God religions equals death. They don't want it. They want to remove the girls. They want to remove the women. They want to dominate the women. They want to oppress and suppress the women. That's how it's designed. It's designed to put men over women. Hold on a second. All right. I had to do something real quick. And that's what it is. Let's go back to Tyrese. I always got a word for these niggas. Everything they say, you can refute it, you can dismantle it, you can break it the fuck up. Every single thing they say. That's why it's important to read. Keep your face in a fucking book so that when these niggas come with this bullshit, you have an answer for every single thing they come up with. Let's keep going. I have no idea how we lost our way. We can't get anything done and accomplish as a fragmented culture, insecure, threatened by each other, competitive towards our own race, killing ourselves every single day frivolously, and the majority of us is black men, and the millions are locked up in prison. Of course, we are beyond powerful, influential, and successful. But imagine if we linked up like other communities have linked, poured and built on each other instead of moving like fragmented and dysfunctional. We have what it takes to take over the world. We are nothing trying to do it alone. Please chime in. Would love your thoughts. I said the Latin community has the same damn issues. Take your crying ass outside and take a walk. Everywhere where there are communities where they worship a male deity, the women are oppressed. Even in Islam, where the women are told, the mothers are told to be revered 3 times more than the fathers. The women don't have to change their last names. They keep all the money they bring in the house for themselves. They can do with it what they want. Their women are still oppressed because you are living your life with the idea that a man is over you and comes before you. That's why you, as an adult woman with a fully functional adult brain, are running around like a goofball looking for somebody to protect you. What? Looking for somebody to provide for you as if you can't do that fully abled on your own. The idea of an adult person looking for somebody to take care of them is wild to me. I have never understood that. I have never understood that. And although my father used to give me advice about relationships that did not serve me, one thing he told me, do not ever look to a man to give you anything because he is going to want something in return. That that's one thing I will never forget. And I have never understood. I used to look at women growing up, young women and women positioning themselves to ask men for money, to get money from men. My father told me, if you are asking a man for money, he's going to expect something in return. He was telling me that men operate in transactions with women. And the only way you are going to be deemed as somebody worthy of protection is if you allow them to put their dick in you. They are only going to protect what they deem that they own. What's mine. And even then, that is faulty because there's a lot of girls who come out of the home and come out of their families and have been unprotected. Rodney put happy Black History Month. Right. It's so disappointing that people dislike the messenger and they ignore that much of what he said was valid. What the problem is that this has been going on for generations. This fragmented, dysfunctional Black community. If you dig deep into the actual problem, It's the men and the women who think like them. That's the problem. Another part of the problem is these men who believe that because they have a overgrown or overdeveloped clitoris, that they are somehow leaders. They want to dominate women and oppress women. They look at women, they don't look at women as their equal. That is going to create consistent conflict. You live in a society, black girls are told every single fucking day, do not depend on a man. So at the end and the root of it, if you want to say the father is the most revered, take care of your children, stay involved in their lives. It's not just a monetary transaction. Stay involved in their lives. Don't abandon them. Stop killing each other. Stop killing women. Stop killing children. Stop your homophobia. Stop your misogyny. But no, y'all don't think anything is wrong with how you show up. That's the root of the problem. The straight man is the root of the problem. They're so busy trying to assimilate and be in proximity to whiteness, and they want to bring that shit over here, and nobody is getting jiggy with that shit, especially the women. You have strong black women because they have been taught from the beginning not to depend on you motherfuckers. That's why. Y'all are fragmented in your thinking. You are fragmented in the way you exist and the way you show up. And the fact of the matter is, y'all don't think anything is wrong with it. That's why for generations, you haven't changed. That's why I'm saying the same shit Nikki Giovanni was saying almost 40 years ago. The same shit Bell Hooks was saying. The same shit all these women were saying. And y'all don't want to listen because y'all know every fucking thing and you the leaders. And you're the leaders and it ain't leading nobody no fucking where. Y'all want women to worship you. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Y'all think because somebody is prostrating and getting on their knees worshiping a male deity that you somehow need to be worshiped as well. Fuck that. Them fucking days are over. And fuck you for thinking like that. The father is respected. Give me a fucking break. The father is not down to the internet crying because somebody needs them to pay child support like your stupid ass is every 2 weeks. First step in being more like those other cultures and religions. Let me tell you another thing, and I'm just speaking plainly, as you can see. Black Americans do not understand community, and you can be offended if you want to. I'm talking about Black Americans, Black Africans, Black Caribbeans. They understand the idea of community. They stay in comunidad. They stay in community. They're not trying to be, even though they have their colorism issues in every single community, they ain't trying to be white. They want to hold on to their culture and traditions and food and different things like that. That's where, and the women in the Black community are the gatekeepers of the culture. I actually had a shirt that used to say that. Gatekeepers of the culture. But it's you male identified women who fuck it up. You pick-me's who fuck it up. You mammies who fuck it up. What is the new thing? Boy moms, y'all really fuck it up. And you have these men running around exhibiting extreme narcissistic personality disorders. You have created monsters because you worship a male deity. You have created monsters in these men. Society, when I say we have created monsters because y'all believe that men are somehow deserving of fucking worship because you inadvertently you worship a male deity. So when I look at man, I call God, I use he and him pronouns to talk about the energy that created everything. And in everything is masculine and feminine. And somehow you have started to practice a religion that literally removes the mother. Where's the mother? Where is the mother? And then you wonder why people don't have respect. Because you removed the mother. You removed the mother. But then in real life, the mothers are the one who are holding this shit up while y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want to do out in wherever. You should be out in wherever trying to dominate men instead of trying to get and talk about romantic relationships all the live long day. That is the reason, the main reason why these niggas sit on these podcasts and talk about romantic relationships, because they do not want to dominate other men. They want to dominate women. And that's the only place that they are able to do that is in a marriage, in a relationship where you believe you're lesser than him. Y'all better get your fucking weight up and stop fucking playing with these motherfucking niggas out here. Tyrese, you a fucking simp and a crying ass bitch. Go take your ass outside. Fly a fucking kite or something. You don't have no goddamn respect for the women you have had children with, to the point where you're down to the internet crying because you have to actually take care of the child you produce with a woman. You're so fucking fucked up in the brain, you think because the judge was a male that he should have been on your side. That's how fucked up y'all are in the brains. Scrappy, he's down here, since y'all all about women, did Amanda Seals tell Bambi I used to fuck with her? She did. You thought you had one. You thought you was going to figure out a way to pit some women against each other. Since Amanda Seals is all about the women. Y'all hate it. Y'all want the women to be all about the niggas. There's enough women that are all about the niggas that will hold you over, my nigga. Nah, but y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want it easy. Y'all don't want it easy. Y'all want to lay in wait and find somebody who does not need you and figure out how you can wreck her fucking life with the hopes of a relationship. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Tyrese. Let me read some of the comments. Tyrese may be overly emotional, but nothing he said was a lie. Y'all too busy running after niggas. That's your problem. That's what's wrong now. Y'all so and what's gonna really fuck black women up is y'all too busy waiting for black men to get their shit together, even though your mama, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, and your great-great-grandmother have been saying the same shit. Y'all still waiting like some goofballs for these niggas to get it together. The same way y'all waiting for white people to get their shit together when it comes to racism. Y'all need to stop that shit. Stop waiting for these motherfuckers to get it together. They're not getting together. They're not going to get it together. They're not. So stop participating in the bullshit. All these fucking societal structures, this religion, all this shit is fake. So you can decide if you want to participate in some fake shit or you want to step outside of the matrix and see it for what it really is. And watch how these motherfuckers is scrambling in the maze like some fucking drunk ass rats. Y'all always trying to compare yourselves to other communities of people. And you don't even fucking realize at the base of it, they're holding on to cultures and traditions, period. You're not. You're so busy trying to be trying to be like a white man, so much like a white man, you so afraid to dominate his ass. You want to be so much like him. Your bitch ass is right underneath him. You understand the fucking hierarchy. That's why you want to get married. Oh, I'm going to be traditional. You ain't never been traditional. Half of you motherfuckers was raised by a single mother, and if you was raised with two parents, your mother and father both brought money into the home. The fuck? Y'all want to, and that's what I don't understand, where these Gen Z niggas is coming from, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, where y'all coming from? Y'all didn't come from no traditional ideas. You can't tell me just because your mother and father were in the home doesn't mean that it was a traditional structure where the woman acted like she didn't have no fucking rights and couldn't work and bring money into the household. Your mama worked. Your grandmother worked. And if your grandfather was taking care of the home, your grandmother still worked. Fucking tell me it's traditional just because a fucking man is there. It's traditional. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Y'all better tell these niggas to get the fuck out of your face with this dumb shit. That's their problems now. He's saying Latinos stick together. How many times do you see white Latinos acknowledge Afro Latinos? That's what I'm saying. Because after you get into the culture, you see that they are infected with colorism. So there is still this fucking chip in their brain where they still think white is better. But outside of that, they holding on to cultures and traditions. Worshiping a male deity. Ever since the colonizers stole us from Africa, stripped us, some of us weren't stolen, my dear. Some of us were already here when the motherfuckers got here and brought some of our cousins over here. Some of us were here already and mixed everybody fucking up and then had to reclassify people over and over and over again to get it really fucked up, to get everybody really fucked up. They don't even know, I don't know what to call myself, black with a capital B or a lowercase b, or Afro-American or African-American or Afro-Indigenous, or you don't even know what the fuck to call yourselves because they got everybody mixed the fuck up. Everybody didn't come from Africa. Some people were already here on Turtle Island, ma'am. Copper colored people. Understand. Stripped us from our families and robbed us of dignity and beat our heritage out of us. Black people have culture. Black Americans have culture. But one of the stains is that y'all too busy trying to fucking be like white people. That's it. And the men who are supposed to be the leaders are so busy trying to be like white men, they're afraid to dominate them. So once again, where else can I exert this male dominance? Oh, I know. I can find a woman who believes I'm higher than her in the existence of humanity, and she can read the Bible, and we can tell her the men can protect and provide. Ignore the intimate partner violence rates. We can tell the women that the men are here to protect and provide for them. Adult, grown, full body, able body, adult, mature brain, developed women. We're going to tell them to look to their greatest threat for protection and provision. Girl, if you don't see how fucking weird that is, I don't know what else to fucking tell you. I have to go. I wanted to talk about Scrappy and Amanda Seales because Scrappy act like he really got one over on Amanda Seales. Since y'all about the women, since y'all about the women, since y'all about the women. Okay, I don't know. Let me find this clip of little Scrappy. Piss me off. Y'all piss me off with that shit. Fuck that shit. It's a lot of things I want to talk about. I need to stop this video because it's a lot of things I want to talk about on here. Here we go. Here's Scrappy.
I dated a long time ago that Bam just went and did an interview with and didn't even know it. Who? Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales, she always stand up for the women, but I wonder, did she tell Bam that her ex-husband because she let a lot of stuff out. She let a lot of stuff out. She support the women. She support the women. She support the women. Got talking like he got two dicks in his mouth. She support the women. She support the women. But here's Amanda Seales.
No. I did not. You know that I used to subscribe. No.
At the beginning of the interview, she tells her, do you know I used to mess with Scrappy? She said no. So Scrappy, you didn't get one, my nigga. Sorry. Sorry. You thought you had one. You thought you was about to pit some women against each other. What y'all do fucking best. So the women can't talk. They pit the women against each other so y'all can't get in community and talk. They hate to see women in community talking because the conversation is going to round its way back to how men are showing up. And when the women start talking, and holding themselves accountable, y'all don't like the responsibility that comes after the accountability. Because once the girls take account, they are responding by getting the fuck out. And that's your problem. And that's what y'all don't fucking like. Like the blunt. Shit. And that's all I have to say. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Don't let these niggas hustle you at all. The fucking jig is up, bitch.